I'm Darren Starwin, and I want to talk to you about the dilemma of the gap. Are you ever aware of a presence of light around you or spiritual energy you're connected with? That there's a bigger picture, that there's a higher consciousness that you're tapped into. So many people have been feeling this for such a long time. It's like we know that there's this higher consciousness. We know we have this divine love inside of us. We know we have the potential to manifest on a high level. And then there's this thing called the gap. It's like this Grand Canyon between who we know ourselves to be and how we're actually showing up, or how consistent it is, or how many things keep pulling us off track. So many people have been experiencing this, especially me. So many times throughout my life, I've had difficulty meditating, difficulty opening my heart, difficulty living what I knew to be true from a very young age. And this is basically the dilemma of the human race. Where this gap comes from is that we're dragging this heavy suitcase behind us, and it's the kind before they invented wheels on suitcases. So there's this inspired person having this vision of life, but still dragging this heavy, heavy suitcase. So what's in that suitcase? It's all the old stuff. It's all the trauma. It's all the memories of failure and incompletion. It's all the times that you were told that you're less than you really are, or were invalidated. Or maybe you were even burned at the stake in a past lifetime or something like that. And all these experiences have made you now not believe in yourself, that you can't make it, that there's just too many things pulling you off. We've been building up this kind of conditioning for lifetime after lifetime, and now we're also feeling the pain of so many other people on this planet. It's affected all of us. I have some bad news and some good news to tell you about this problem of this heavy suitcase and the gap. The bad news is that there's really no solution to this problem of the heavy suitcase. In this dream of duality we live in this world, there's really no answer. It's a lot like the legend of Hercules from Greek mythology. Hercules was asked as one of his labors to kill this fearsome beast that was called the Hydra, that had 9 snarling and deadly heads, had been killing a lot of people. So Hercules found the Hydra, and with his strong arm and his sword, he slashed off one of the heads of the Hydra, and immediately 2 heads grew back at its place. This is the curse of psychotherapy, of holistic healing, and of even devoted spiritual practice. That we make such huge efforts, we seem to be making so much progress, but then the same thing keeps happening over and over again. That's the bad news. Okay, ready for the good news? The good news is that the gap doesn't really exist. When we're connected to the oneness of who we really are, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing to heal. There's nothing to resolve. So that's the bad news and the good news. The bad news is we have this huge problem that has no solution, and the good news is that it doesn't really exist. So we're in this situation where we have this giant problem that doesn't exist. So how can we be in the consciousness of it not existing and of our freedom? Well, it all comes back to what we've been calling the 0 point, that point of oneness and stillness within you. That's always been there. You don't have to develop it. You don't have to pay a fee for it. It's always there. It's a lot like having the get out of jail free card from the Monopoly game in your pocket all along. So the question is, are you ready to use it?